Hi there, this is Brenda with Keenan Kreations, and today I have a fun fold holiday card for you using the Festival of Trees stamp set and coordinating punch along with the Circle Framelit Thinlits die. This card opens like this, so it has a little flip motion, and then it has an extra panel that you can open up and you'll have plenty of room to write your message. We're going to use the magnetic platform, and we're going to have a cutting pad and then your cardstock. And this cardstock is cut just a smidgen smaller than 5.5, and it measures 8 1/4. And I'm going to lay this down first, tuck this in, and then I'm going to push this up where it meets these little cutting edges right here at the top, and just kind of fuss with that a second just to get it right in the exact position. So the reason we cut it a smidgen smaller than 5.5 is so that you can go under here and through and on top. If it's cut exactly 5.5, it kind of pinches the paper a little bit. So now we're going to place a cutting pad on top, and we're just going to tuck this in, and I'm just going to stop just short of that edge because I don't want it to crease right along there. I just want it to cut and score this part in the center. So I like to grip it on the end. I'm pushing this plate down as I push it in, and then you can start turning the handle. That noise is normal. It's fine. Just keep going. Now when you take this off of the magnetic platform, you can see that this is already cut. So just kind of gently pop that up, and then you're going to remove it. Now we're going to use the scoring tool, and we're going to rotate this. So where your little circle is cut, you're going to turn it and just push this up against the edges. You're going to use the stylus, and you're going to look for 2 3/8. So just find that little notch and go straight down. You're going to fold this by having the circle near the top and the left side, and just turn it so this is closest to you, and you're going to fold this down. And the second score line here, you're going to fold the opposite way and fold that over. Give that a nice little pressing. And then this extra little score line that we did, we're just going to fold this in just like that. Now you're going to need 2 circles of Whisper White cardstock, and you're going to punch them both with the 2.5-inch circle punch. One of them you're going to emboss with this polka dot embossing folder, and you're going to run it through the Big Shot on tab 1 of the multi-purpose platform. It's going to come out looking like this, so you have a nice snowy background. You're going to add adhesive to the back, and when you're assembling the pieces on your card, go ahead and fold it like it's going to close. That way you make sure this is on the front, because sometimes people will put it on this side and not realize that's going to be the inside. So just go ahead and fold it, and then this is going to go right in the center, and press that down. We're going to use the All Is Calm Designer Series paper. This one measures 5/8 by 5.5, 2 1/4 by 5.5, and 2 1/4 by 5.5. Add adhesive to the back. This is going to lay to the left side, and you're going to add adhesive around all your edges. And this will be the inside panel to the right. Now you'll remember that I cut the cardstock, the base cardstock, just a smidgen smaller than 5.5. So my Designer Series paper is a little bit long. So I'm just going to use scissors to trim all of those edges. We're using a stamp set called Festival of Trees, and it has a coordinating tree punch. We're going to use Whisper White cardstock, and if you're creating a bunch of these stamped trees, go ahead and cut your cardstock to about 2 3/4, maybe 2 7/8, and then you'll be able to stamp a lot of trees on this strip. we're going to use Pear Pizzaz ink. We're just going to tap on the ink pad, and then you're going to press firmly to get a nice solid image. And we'll just repeat this a couple of times. We're going to stamp the ornaments with this stamp, and you can see there's a lot of open area between the dots, so you want to be very careful when you ink it up so you don't get the excess ink between. And you'll also notice that the photopolymer will stain pretty easily with the red and I think also the purple inks, but it will still stamp the blue nice and blue. We're going to use Lost Lagoon. The best way to ink the stamp up is to set it down and lift it up. And just, you know, it's just that lightly. Now you're going to position this right over the tree and then just line that up. And then as you lower the stamp, you can see that you're in the right position, and then press that down. We're going to use the tree punch. You're going to slide this latch up to open the punch, and you're going to go in from the top. You can do a half squeeze with the punch to grip the paper and check for placement, and then punch it out. We're going to add dimensionals to the back, and I've cut a tiny little dimensional for the trunk, and just peel off the backings. And then you can use the folded edge of the front of the card to help center the tree right inside that circle. I'm going to add the tree over here to the right. I'm going to use the greetings from a stamp set called Ornamental Pine, and we're going back to Lost Lagoon ink. This little framelit is from the gift card and envelope Thinlits dies, and it fits perfectly for this greeting. We're going to die cut this with the Big Shot on the magnetic platform. We're going to use the second circle of Whisper White cardstock that we punched out with the 2.5 inch circle punch. And again, we're going back to Lost Lagoon ink. Now we're going to add dimensionals to the back, but we're only going to go from the left side to about the middle. We're going to add adhesive to the back of the circular greeting, and then this greeting is going to go on the front, so you can see why you only want the dimensionals to go about halfway, so that way you don't have dimensionals showing on the back. We're going to use a stamp set called Holiday Home, and I want to use this little Santa sleigh with reindeer. We're going to go back to the Lost Lagoon ink, and we're just going to tap and just press firmly. We're going to go back to the tree and Pear Pizzaz ink, and we'll stamp the envelope to match. Lost Lagoon ink for the ornaments. And back to the Santa and sleigh. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's project. For more ideas, you can visit me at KeenanCreations.com. Thanks and have a great day.